Back once again. SET-SUMARI-DARK-ARTS video what is this? Is it 116? I think it's 116 right now. Let me double check that. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, that's 115. It's funny, right? I've been making videos now in this hallway, because it's in between my school, lunch break and stuff. All of a sudden, everybody want to use this goddamn hallway, man. I've been here for ages. Nobody ever takes the hallway. Nobody ever uses the steps. And now all of a sudden, everybody want to be healthy and take the stairs all of a sudden and come marching, storming through. Now I know it's not my building. I don't own it. It's not my hallway. But still, it's just funny how in life, when you want to get serious about shit, all of a sudden, here come everybody, want to be nosy, start taking the stairs and stuff, man. Sitting out here before I turn this on, like all these characters come marching through, man. These cats upstairs ain't never take the staircase. All of a sudden, they want to take the staircase. Anyway, look, check this out. A lot of good, excuse me, a lot of good responses back from the last video. Let's see what we got here. Let's see some comments. I'm gonna go through a few of them. Let's see what we got. Star Gift, Tarakasha. She said, "Who the F was that? Rude. You know what time class starts. Said person does not need to be a time checker. He can keep on bouncing." That's funny. Yeah, that last video, that was my boss, man. He was coming through. I guess he was taking the stairs. And yeah, he was like 2 minutes before class starts. Of course, I was very aware of the time, but I try to squeeze, when I try to make these videos, guys, I try to squeeze in as much as I can, even if it's a minute. I try to squeeze that in right before class starts. And the class is literally right through this door, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything. But anyway, but Star Gift, Tarakasha, thanks for backing me up. I'm glad you're concerned. Anyway. Adrian Thompson wrote 5 days ago. Now this was the last video I made, 114, which was all about dreams, and what was the title? 114, dream abilities, dream memory, and after dream, death reality. Someone wrote here, Adrian Thompson wrote, the movie What Dreams Come perfectly falls in line with what's being said. Yeah, that was with, I think, Robin Williams, and, damn, I forgot the other guy's name. Robin Williams and, see, if I can't remember her name, it bothers me. So I gotta get the title. All right, Robin Williams and, yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. In that story, basically, Robin Williams died and he ends up in the afterlife. And Cuba Gooding is there to help walk him through and guide him about, you could basically do whatever you want and all this. But Robert Williams' character's wife commits suicide, and so he has to go on a mission to find her through the underworld and all this stuff. But yeah, the underworld, the afterlife, all that, that's all subjective. But the base of the afterlife is, you paint it with your imagination, do whatever you want. Pretty much that was basically true on some levels. But let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see, got a little bit of time today, guys. Not much, about 30. All right, kicking right back at the video. We have, okay, so we got Lachlan Smith says, I'm having trouble connecting with my inner self to know the right decision in life. What can I do to it faster and more often? Does unhealthy food and beverages completely ruin my ability to do this or partially ruin it? Also, how long can you astral travel during the day? And how often can I do it without ruining my sleep cycle? Longtime fan. Keep up the good work, mate. Thank you, Lachlan Smith. I appreciate that. As far as your question goes, yeah, connecting with your inner self to make right decisions. Any decision is the right decision. If it's a decision that you made at that time. Even if you may disagree with it later, that was the decision that you made. and you can get in more contact with your inner self to help guide you through those decisions. But pretty much, there really is no decision to make. You've already made it. There are no decisions, basically. It's like you already know what you're going to do. You already know what you're going to choose or what options. We give ourselves these illusions of options. It's like, am I going to do A? Am I going to do B? Am I going to do C? Am I going to do D? When basically, the inner self already knows what road you're going to choose because you've already chosen it. You're just playing it out. But like I said in the last video, you can make contact with your other selves. You have many other characters within the makeup of what creates your soul. You heard the term, we are legion, we are many. Now that's a religious reference due to, I believe, Jesus Christ came across a man on the road who was possessed by, many, many demons, an infinite number of demons within him. And when asked, who are you? This character responded, we are legion, for we are many. Meaning that they had many different demons inside this person. Now, once again, here goes religion, trying to paint something negative. Everything doesn't have to be dark and scary. It's true, it is a fact. You want to use that reference. We are legion, we are many, because you have many different personalities, many different characters that make up the sum of what you are. All your other characters are part of you. Now, some individuals may not have the ability to control that, and this may manifest in things like you see with, areas of schizophrenia and things like that, where the personality is not as intact as it should be. And these other personalities come and go. Or they don't have, they just don't have a firm grip on their reality, their physical reality. But, we have a lot of different personalities within ourselves. So, going into what you said about healthy food, so basically, just to finish on that, summarize, you look to your inner self for guidance. And the key point is you have to believe that you'll get it. You cannot say, I want to have help from my inner self, but then when you get certain responses or certain ideas, you still question, is this real, is this not? You just have to know it's real. That's all it is, man. You have to know it's real, and it is real. Now, unhealthy food and beverages, this could completely ruin my ability to do this, or partially ruin it. When it comes to food, guys, eating healthy, obviously, it's a benefit, right? If you eat healthy, excuse me, you eat healthy, you live longer, you cut down a lot of the so-called illnesses and ailments that plague people who don't. So these are things you have to do. Me personally, I don't drink, I don't smoke. See, even right here, got me some water. That's why I don't want to show the lady. The next thing you know, YouTube is like, you're sponsoring this, and you didn't have the correct sponsorship, and now we gotta block your video, but it's a bottle of water, and always gotta keep my bottle of water near me. And all during the day, there's always water with me. Drink water, drink water. Water, besides being good for your body, you guys know about my bathroom meditation and all that, how that helps you, because there's a lot of spiritual connotations with water. You can look them up yourself. I don't need to get into that now. It's all subjective. But water's good for you, bottom line. So, you eat healthy. If you're eating a lot of junk food, a lot of garbage, obviously that's going to reflect through your objective experience. As far as how other people treat you, you're going to feel that they're treating you differently because you're probably unhealthy or you don't look that good. And subjectively, you feel the same. It's like a circle that completes itself, So you got to eat healthy. It's the bottom line. You just got to eat healthy to keep keep the flow going. When you look good, you feel good. All these other things come naturally, and that's it. Just a lot of people get on here. I can say, no, you have to eat this specific type of food. You got to have these seeds. You got to have this type of ointments and this kind of, this type of rice. And look, just eat healthy. You know what's not healthy. If you run into McDonald's every day or run into fast food every day, it's okay. You want to enjoy those things once in a while. But if you're binging on it, obviously you know the outcome is going to be. So don't have to tell people that. Now, once again, our bias, good information as always. I can't say that I didn't look at it as if it was a muscle before, but now I understand. Side note, I've been exercising, I've been getting good results from, like I said, from that, so it's also been helping out. I just gotta keep going. I'm gonna reach my goal. See, I bias, connecting back. That's, you know, to like John Smith's thing, the exercising, looking good. You exercise, you look good, you feel good. Your natural talents appear more. All these things come out, and you start feeling like a king or a queen or a powerful being or whatever you want to call yourself. It shows to your lifestyle, man. So another one, extremely funky road. Damn, that's deep. Damn, that's deep. So judging from the information I got in this video, the majority of dead people probably don't even know they're dead. Laugh out loud. It's true. Went into that too. A lot of people are dead. They don't even know it. They spend the rest of their, well, I won't say the rest, but they spend a portion of their time wondering what's going on, contemplating. Hey, it's on them. They'll figure it out someday. No one stays ignorant forever. They'll get it. But the time that they will not get it, it's just a lot of wasted time. You know, an eternity can feel like eternity. It doesn't have to. But hey, let's see what other people wrote. Lachlan Smith wrote again, glad to see you making videos. I'm going to visit you one day at your Black Pyramid. I'm assuming it's in the Astral City. It's going to be real exciting. Meeting you with other astral travelers, something like the movie Inception, where they all meet up in the dream world. It will be so much better than hanging out in this piece of shit restrictive world of full of dickheads. I'm sick of it. Any advice on how to deal with this shit tank? Shit. Thanks for contribution to the occult. All right. Yeah, man. Once again, Black Pyramid, that's a reference to a very old video, man. I'm surprised you remember that. That shows you've been going through my old stuff, which is good. That was an old pyramid exercise I gave. It didn't originate with me, but it's still valid. And yeah, to use the pyramid as a gateway to help you travel to other places. You can probably find that in videos, so many pyramid exercise. But yeah, man. How to deal with, you know, individuals in this reality. You know how you deal with difficult people? Let me give you guys a secret right now. I'm gonna tell you how you deal. How do you deal with difficult people in this reality? It's very simple. When people ask me, how do you deal with difficult people? Here's my answer. I don't. I don't deal with difficult people. Anybody that's causing me trouble or trying to cause me trouble, I just don't deal with them, man. You know, fuck these characters, man. They're clowns. Mm-hmm. Humans. And you guys know how I am about that. I don't deal with these characters, man. Anybody that's stressing, I just keep it moving, man. They got nothing to do with me. Whatever they're going through, that's their own personal business. Something they got going on in their lives. They haven't figured out how to deal with physical reality in terms that, you know, they could just get by on a daily basis. And they'd rather just walk around being negative and fucking with other people, you know? And I'm not the one, so don't let these videos fool you, man. Everyone has a dark side. I know I do. But I've come to terms with mine. We have a good peace treaty alliance, and I let it out when it needs to be. But, you know, other than that, it's chilling, and I'm chilling. So don't worry about difficult people. Just keep it moving, man. Somebody's giving you a problem, acting difficult. You either cut them off, cut them loose, get them out your lifestyle. The best way to deal with negative people is you just don't acknowledge them, man. That hurts them more. I know that sounds really simple for a lot of people when you say that, like, you know, you probably had your parents. If your parents are old school, tell you, like, yeah, just ignore this cat, ignore him. That's the best way. You know, a lot of younger people are like, no, I want revenge on these people, man. They gotta pay for what they did to me. Or this person, I gotta teach them a lesson. Look, man, there's nothing worse than a person not even registering on your radar. A lot of individuals don't even register the shit they do, man. And they maybe they think, oh, I got over on him. Yeah, God played him. Don't even notice it. Didn't notice it if they did, because they don't even fucking register. They just don't register to me. It's like, I'm not being negative, but if your class as a human, to me, you don't register. That's it. I mean, I may deal with you on levels in terms of, you know, whatever we have to deal with, but whatever they do, it just doesn't bother me, man. It doesn't affect me. I keep it moving. I recognize the fact that they're not developed, and they may never get to become developed within this lifetime. So what am I supposed to do? Sit around waiting for them to catch up to where I'm at? No, they don't register. That's it. Keep it moving. Leave them characters alone. Simple as that. Next. So that was for Lord Sean Smith. Don't worry about these characters. Just keep doing your thing. Keep on pushing with your abilities, meditating, eating healthy, training, and you'll be all right. Now, our brother Light, he has a lot of stuff written here. He's still on his Tokyo no Kuni thing. And he wants a video on the ancient Nameless ones. All right, I know I said I was going to make a video on that. Yeah, look, okay, he wrote a lot, so you guys can go look. But basically, why now? Why now? It's all right, they're leaving. That's enough people downstairs. Nothing against them. They're closing off for the day, so that's good. But anyway, so look, our brother Light, he is still on this Tokyo no Kuni thing. Apparently, he feels a deep connection to this place, or this group of individuals, this spiritual realm, this this ethereal realm. He feels connected to it. Who are we to say he shouldn't be? But according to him, I'm just going to skip through to the important parts. He says, another thing I'm trying to figure out is Tokyo no Kuni, is it a place, is it a planet or a dimension? Because I remember times when I would go there, it closely resembled this world I'm currently in. Many people still eat, drink, so-called sleep. There's cars, buildings, schools, different cities. It almost feels like it's a non-physical reality. Because I noticed that I didn't or cannot use telekinesis or non-physical ability. All right, so basically what he's saying is that this place that he goes to, that he feels connected to, he wants to know, is it a planet? Is this a reality? Is it a dimension? What is going on here? Because everything, it may even seem like it's an actual physical place because he can't do any of his non-physical, skills in this reality as far as telekinesis, flying, and all that kind of stuff. And he said people are still eating, drinking, and doing all this stuff. Look, guys, let me break this down once and for all, especially for you, Brother Light, on this Tokyo no Kuni thing. I've said it many times, you create your own reality. There is no reality that you go to that you don't have a part in its creation. Any reality, wherever you believe you're at, where you find yourself at, where you've arrived at, it may be in a reality that's already established, right? But once you get there yourself, you contribute, you add to the glamour of it, you add to the expansion of it through your own abilities, and that expands it for others. So don't get so tied up into what is this place, where is it a dimension, is it a planet, is it a realm? It's an actual reality, it's an actual place in existence, but it could be a combination, it could be a lot of things. It could be a place that you've manifested yourself and detached from, and now you're as if an outsider looking in, wondering, wow, what's going on in this place? It looks so amazing. And it's actually all of your manifestation. And you just detach from it so much that now this is what we do. See, we create things. This is not an attack on Brother Light, but this is for most of us in general. We create realities, and then we detach ourselves from them, from the creation process. And then from there, we start to view it as an external thing separate from us. So we go, oh, this place was amazing. They had girls, they were strippers, they were twerking on cars and hoverboards and shit. And we have all these crazy ideas, but it's still your creation, man. Now, if it's not your creation, it could be a place that has been created by others with like minds. If a lot of individuals have the same type of thoughts and ideas, a realm can be created. And when you arrive there, you simply just take part in it and you add additional things to it. Say, for example, the realm didn't have the X, Y, A, B, and C, then you add, C, D, and F, or whatever, You just add it all in, You add it all in, whatever's extra needs to be in there, you add in the extras, and you make it a place. So, don't get hung up on What is this place? Am I going to go there when I die? You're going to go wherever you want to go. So if you believe in this Tokyo no Kuni place, then hey, that's where you're going to go. But you don't have to keep stressing over it about what is it, where is it, how am I going to get there, why are people, that is a good question. That's a valid question. Why are people still, we're talking about the non-physical, why does it seem like people are driving cars and drinking and having dinner? Remember guys, when you're in physical reality, you pick up there's a lot of interesting things in physical reality that non-physical beings can't enjoy and take part in. For example, like beings who've never been to a physical reality, they don't know the feeling of having a nice cold Coca-Cola on the beach because they've never been physical. They could peek through the veil and see other individuals here in physical reality enjoying a Coca-Cola on the beach, but they still don't know what a Coca-Cola on the beach feels like. So they can create a scenario, they can create a reality where they're gonna have to roll, all right, I see the bottle, it looks like that, yeah, I got a Coca-Cola. It's still not an actual Coca-Cola. Why? Because they never experienced it. Now, their version of Coca-Cola would be like a parallel dimension or an alternate version of Coca-Cola. And for them, that's what Coca-Cola will taste like, that's what Coca-Cola feels like. For you, you may end up traveling to their realm, and then when you get there, you try that Coca-Cola and you go, oh my God, I had this amazing Coca-Cola, the taste was so different. Or you might say, that wasn't a real Coca-Cola, that was, something else. But it's all about, it's still a Coca-Cola to whoever made it. So there's always gonna be something created, but for beings who've never been physical, they don't know what it really is until they become physical. This is why we come here. We can peek and look and stare for, eternity. But the main reason a lot of us do come here is that we get tired of looking. We want to take part. We want to see what all the hype is about. What is this physical realm about called Earth, or at least one of them? Out of the infinite number of Earths, but I want to go to one of them that everybody's talking about it. And then we come here. And part of that process involves maybe a little slight amnesia to forget, so you can enjoy and really take it all in and have the full human experience in physical reality. Some of us remember partial amounts of our past life. It's all about you. So tying this into the ancient nameless ones, and I talked about this a long time ago. I don't know what video it was, but it was way back. Who are the ancient nameless ones? What are the ancient nameless ones? Where do they live? What's their shoe size? These are the kind of questions people ask me. What do they wear? What kind of shoes are they wearing? They got the new Air Jordans? Look, guys. Before the concept of time, a little bit of story time was set. You're going way back now. This is way, way back before concepts, before images. Everything was a thought. There are many, many beings in reality. Many. An infinite number. And from all those beings, many of them have certain specialties in certain areas. Some beings specialize in music. Some beings specialize in color. That's right, just color. That's their specialty. What do you mean by color? That's it, it's just color. They specialize in creating different types of color. That's what they like to do. Now I know if you think you're from a practical three-dimensional mind, you'll think, well, that doesn't make any sense. What does he mean, just bright and color? That's the whole point. There are beings out here, and that have always been here, that take interest in specific things. One being can have an interest in just creating light, different forms of light, that for you and me, we don't even notice it, we won't pick it up, or we might see it and it looks like something else. Some beings specialize in sound. But all of these individuals are nameless. See, we can create all the names you want. You create a bunch of different names and call it this or call it that. At the end of the day, they're nameless. See, names come from the human need to identify with something. It can't be real unless it has a name. It can't have any position, place, or status unless it has a name. Once you can name it, now you feel relaxed. Now you feel comfortable. Excuse me. Now you feel comfortable. So it's like, well, this is this, and that. Sometimes, I wonder if I should have ever gotten to the whole Sumari thing and SET, because I think some people take that as, it might turn some people off. They might look at it as, oh, this guy's in a group, he's in a cult, he's talking about this SET stuff and this Sumari and all that. But I've said it before, it's just a name because we need to have names. Now, I could have said just the ancient nameless ones, but I used the name SET and Sumari specifically so that individuals who come across certain materials in the past, this can be a stop point for them on their travels, wherever they are in this reality. There may come a day when they're on their journey and they come across these videos, and these specific names will ring out to them as our calling, and they'll say, oh wait, I know those names, and they'll stop and they'll see where their family is. But basically nameless, we are nameless. There's no name that we have. So it's nice to try to romanticize the ancient nameless ones, and there are these powerful beings in the universe and the multiverse, but we're talking about ourselves at the end of the day. That is what we are. We are these powerful beings that basically have no name. It doesn't mean we don't have a purpose, but just means we don't have a name. Now, if you want to push your abilities and your talents, I said this before, I believe in the last video, you have to start seeing yourself as one of these ancient nameless ones. Yes, that's right. That's what I said. You are an ancient nameless one. It is you. That name, SET and Sumari, they have power behind it because the power behind it represents, once you get to the point of, you don't have to even come to that point. See, that's the beauty of the whole thing. You don't even have to get to the point, okay, from now on I'm going to call myself a SET. I recognize the SET within me, or the SET within me, or the Sumari within me. You don't even have to go through all that. Just see yourself as a powerful being. See, me, I'm not, even though I use the name SET in these videos, and I use the name Sumari, and I say Sumari in my messages, and I respond, that's just for to get people's minds going in that way. But me personally, in my own subjective experience, I know what the true power is. And the true power is, we're nameless. And when you're nameless, see, it's difficult to tie you down. See, as long as something has a name, see, you look at some ancient lore, right? And you hear a lot of things like, for certain beings in ancient mythology, if you know a demon's name, if you know this individual being's name, you can have control over if you know their true name. This is why a lot of people who practice magic create these, alter egos, these other names. And if someone knew my true name, they could get control over me and dash me. No one can do shit to you. They can't touch you because you're an ancient nameless one. Your name, whatever it is in this reality, and your 9-digit social security number, or wherever part of the world you're in, whatever system they use, is just a means of identification for this physical reality, for this one moment in time, for the next 100 years or however so you're going to be alive. That's how will be identified as. But it barely scratches the surface of what you truly are. You are ancient. You are as old as time, the concept of time itself. You're as old as the concept of reality. Man, look, this is why I'm bouncing back and forth to what people said earlier, like stressing things and how do I deal with difficult people. They don't register. I have been around since the beginning of before even the concept of time itself was even dreamt of. I have been here. We all have. It's just a difference. It's just a matter of remembering that or not. All the great stories, the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, the Great Fall, the great wars of all the ancient mythologies. We have taken part in all of these on some level, in one form or another. And some of us have not, because we felt it was unnecessary. We didn't want to take part in it. It was lame. I don't need to take part in that. But see, that's the thing, right? When you think of ancient culture, when you think of an ancient being of power, ancient power, you try to connect to it. Well, I want to know the memory. What's the memory of it? What were they doing 3,000, 10 million years ago? What day did this happen? Or, you want to know specifics. And the truth is, you've been around for all of it. Everything that's happened, every great event, atrocity, horror, or love, you've been around for all of it. And it just comes down to, were you directly linked to it? Do you have any direct memory of it? Or were you doing something else at that time and you just didn't care about it? And a lot of us were doing other things. See, you have to explore your mind for other memories. Stop looking for memories that connect to like specifics. Like, all right, so my past life, I was alive 3,000 years ago. What was my job? What was my occupation? Did I have a wife? Did I have a husband? How many kids did I have? What were my hobbies? That's still limited thinking. Go back even deeper. This is why I don't like the idea of past lives. Because when people think of past lives, they're thinking of past physical lives, past occupations, past interests. You gotta go back deeper. You gotta dig deeper and go even further back into a past that's so deep it becomes, once again, ancient and nameless. Because that's how far back it goes. It predates everything. It goes back before everything. I made videos in the past about the speakers and all that. But, you could do that research yourself. I don't feel the need to get into that anymore for now. Because, see, a lot of times I don't talk about things. One, because I don't like to keep repeating myself on the same subject. And two, it lets me see how motivated people are. The things I say, they should trigger within you certain feelings to start doing your own investigation, your own meditations, and come up with some ideas on your own. Not just hear me say it, or you read it in a book, and you go, okay, this is the truth, because he said it, or because this person said it. And speaking on that, a lot of things we talk about, a lot of things I talk about, they're not new. I'm not saying that I created all of this stuff. I mean, some ideas, of course, they're naturally mine and my own subjective experience, but a lot of them do come from books, books that self-material, because it's the best way to articulate it. I've said in the past, we know all of this stuff already. The only problem is sometimes you just don't know how to articulate it. Look, does the Catholic Church stop preaching the Bible because someone said it a couple thousand years ago? No, right? They keep telling the same sermons every weekend, since the beginning of whenever they got started. It doesn't stop. You don't say, well, no point reading the Ten Commandments because, someone said that, a couple thousand years ago already. No, it doesn't work like that. The truth is the truth. Now, I know there are many truths. There are a lot of truths, but the point is, if something is valid, it's valid. It doesn't matter if it gets repeated 1,000 times or until infinity. If it's valid, it's valid. That's it. So I don't feel as if, oh God, I'm just repeating the same thing that, Seth said in the books of Jeremiah. Look, I am what I am, a multidimensional being. It is what it is, And before certain information came to me, I already knew all of this stuff already. I just didn't have a way of articulating it to other people or even to myself. But with the help of my inner self, it helped guide me to be able to talk about these things now. Now I'm on YouTube. So that's just how it is. But whatever's true is true, man. It might not be true for you. Hey, like I said, if you want to believe in Tokyo no Kuni or whatever other place you feel, that's your right. That's your right by, this is your right. It's your right to believe that. And you can believe whatever you want. But you never have to use the name SET. You never have to use the name Sumari. I just use those as names as identification. But the true name is the one that there is no name. You're ancient and you're nameless. And with that, you have the ability to do literally anything. Now let's be realistic. As long as we're here in physical reality, we're going to have some limitations. But this is for how long? What, 90 years, 80, 122 at most, a little bit over? Hey man, it is what it is. But you're a powerful being. I mean, I laugh because there's no other way to put it. You have the power to create anything you want. Just by thinking, you've been given the power of the God. You create your reality based on your beliefs. Whether they be physical or not. But you have the ability. You just have to accept it. A lot of you don't want to accept it. You want to put the energy into something else. No, it's the power of Christ, it's the power of Tokyo no Kuni, or it's the power of, whatever. The power's with you. You are the ancient nameless one, or you're at least a part of that. Because we're so old, we don't even have names. I gotta go. I'll get back at you guys later. Love all y'all. Let me know what you want to hear about next. Tomorrow to everybody out there. Set to everybody out there. Later.